tell people all the time that, our church is positioned in a part of Atlanta where we found out one of our hospitals, when they wanted to get rid of patients, they would basically, put them in an Uber and drop them off right in front of our church. I remember one day I was doing a service, and in the middle of the service, we were serving communion. There's this lady that was dropped off in front of our church, and she was in the middle of a psychosis episode. And as she was outside, she panicked, ran into the church, ran right down the middle of the church. And you could tell she was having an incident right when I'm about to serve communion. And one of our ladies, we have great women's ministers here, pulled her to the side and began ministering to her. But what she was thinking, it was the 4th of July, and there were fireworks going off all around. So she was thinking people were shooting her. And she ran into the church when she saw the church and came down, and you could just tell she was in a psychosis state, very paranoid, thinking people are chasing her. And I noticed she had a hospital tag on, and I was just like, you just got out of the hospital. Why did they let you out of the hospital in this state? So I called the hospital where she was. I won't, negatively, say who the hospital was. But I called the hospital. I was like, well, Pastor, when people don't have benefits, when we get full, we have to let people go. So we typically will put them on an Uber and we'll drop them off on Covington Highway, which happens to be right in front of our church. So it is not uncommon for us to get normal drop-offs of people that are intense, psychotic, or medical episodes just get dropped off because they have no other place to put them. And I said, why did you see she needs medical attention? Why would you let somebody out when they need medical attention? And they were just like, well, based off of you calling, we'll come back out and get her. And they came back out and got her and gave her the treatment that she needed to help pull her out of psychosis. But anyways, I say that to just say, what a terrible state for our medical infrastructure to be in, that someone can clearly need help and you can dismiss them just because they don't have the money or the resources to pay for care. And this happens every day. And our church is on the forefront because we happen to be close enough to a hospital, and this specific hospital will just let people go in the street, put them on an Uber and let them go.